Mashiach and the 10 plagues of Egypt and the liberation of the Hebrews from subjection. And this teaching begins by quoting scripture, Exodus chapter 6 verse 6. I am the Lord, and I will bring you out from under the burdens of the Egyptians, and I will rid you out of their bondage, and I will redeem you with a stretched out arm, with great judgments. So we begin, and we are dealing with the esoteric nature of this scripture, the inner meanings and its symbolism. So we begin with a stretched out arm, and here we have the horoscope for man's illumination. It's also found in the great structure of the pyramid of Khufu. And the outstretched arm given in scripture is a reference to the descendant here and the ascendant here. The descendant is in Leo. So the outstretched arm begins the structure of this scripture with a reference in the horoscope for illumination of the ascendant and descendant. So we come to the next sign. For this is how the scriptures are constructed according to the cosmos at illumination. And we come to the sign of Cancer here, and here is governed by the moon, and also governs the tribal signia of Reuben. And here Reuben is the firstborn of Jacob. So we come to the scriptures where we find, before the liberation of the Israelites, there is a count of the family heads, and we begin with Reuben, which states in scripture, these be the heads of their fathers' houses, sons of Reuben, the firstborn of Israel. So we are at that point in the scriptures. And Cancer, the crab, the full sign of the zodiac, and the moon rules this particular sign. It rules domestic instincts, and the moon governs the nation of Israel by ancient tradition. Now we come to the next sign, which is Gemini. So, and here in Gemini we have what is known as the IC, and that rises up to the mid-heaven point of Sagittarius in the chart for illumination. So in the next scripture we should have direct reference to this IC and MC, as we've already had direct reference to the outstretched arm of the descendant and ascendant in the chart for illumination. So we turn to scripture, which states, and the Lord said unto Moses, see, I have made thee a god to Pharaoh, and Aaron thy brother shall be thy prophet. Thou shalt speak all that I command thee, and Aaron thy brother shall speak unto Pharaoh, that he send the children of Israel out of his land. Gemini, the first sign of the zodiac, rules communication. And Moses has a problem because he has faltering lips. And this is in direct reference to this sign of Gemini, which rules communication, governed by Mercury. And the Lord spoke unto Moses and Aaron, saying, when Pharaoh shall speak unto you, saying, show a miracle for you, then thou shalt say unto Aaron, take thy rod here, and cast it before Pharaoh. Here, this is symbolic of Pharaoh, the sign of Taurus, the bull, Horus. So here, Moses is casting the rod, which is a direct reference to this horoscope. It is the IC located here in Gemini. And it shall become a serpent. So this rod cast before Pharaoh, symbolized by Taurus, shall become a serpent. Now, if we rise from the IC of the chart up to the mid-heaven point, we come into the constellation of Sagittarius. But also prior to Scorpio, there is an area here which is called the sign of Ophiuchus. It is the 13th sign of the zodiac. It is the sign of the serpent. And this is where the mid-heaven point lies at the moment of illumination. So the scriptures are identifying this horoscope. And it goes on to state, and Moses and Aaron went unto Pharaoh, and they did as the Lord had commanded. And Aaron cast down his rod before Pharaoh, before his servants, and it became a serpent. Here. So here we have the outstretched arm of the Lord in the descendant and ascendant, and now we have the rod that Aaron lays down in front of Pharaoh, symbolized by Horus, the bull, Taurus here. And here it becomes a serpent, which the mid-heaven point of illumination is in Ophiuchus, the serpent sign, the 13th sign of the zodiac. So we go on, and we move on to this sign here, Taurus, governed by Venus. And scripture states that that when Aaron lays down the rod, it becomes a serpent, and this meaning is signifying that Ophiuchus, the sign of the serpent, as it rises, the Egyptian bull descends. So this is the line, direct reference to this area in the scriptures. Now, we have indeed here in the cosmology a change from the era of the bull to the era of the ram. And this is in direct reference to this cosmological change in the heavens, which has its counterpart on the earth. And we come to the plagues. And this is notified, the first of the plagues is notified by the first of the signs of the zodiac, which is Aries. So we shall come to the scriptures and the plagues in the next part of this lecture.